Hey everybody. Today we're going to be submitting some of our cards that we've pulled to PSA and getting them graded. So let's have a look at some of these cards that we're going to be sending away. Firstly, I've got two cards here that we pulled in our first Japanese 151 booster box, which we opened. So we've got this War Turtle Art Rare. Nice and clean on the top. Good corners, no whitening. I find that the condition of these Japanese cards is
no dot.
No, there's no dot on the corners. I find it's generally a better condition than the English. Harvey and I have opened lots of English 151, and honestly, all the cards that potentially I would want to send to PSA, we've got a few of the secret art rares, the Venusaur secret art rare, some of the other art rare cards, even the Gold Mew, that just, there's a little white nick on the corner, or it's got, just a little bit of whitening along the edge, or just not quite right centering. There's just something that I know is going to hold it back. So both of these cards, I'm pretty confident we'll get 10s. Then we have this beautiful secret rare, which Harvey pulled in our Stellar Crown pack battle. This is a beautiful card. Again, pretty clean. I'm just sitting here, ripping on English cards for not being very easy to grade. But this one, I to be honest with you, I'm not convinced that this will get a 10. There's a very small white speck in that corner. But more, I just wanted to get it graded because it was Harvey's really cool pull out of that pack battle that we did. By the way, that video, which was our very first short that we ever released, that Stellar Crown pack battle, those were the first 2 packs of Stellar Crown that Harvey and I had ever opened. Pretty good centering here. Now, when we're selecting cards to grade, I purchased this Grade Mate. And so this is basically just a little template that you sit. So you put the card down, and then you sort of slide this over the top, and you line up the corners and the edges. So all of these numbers that are in bold are at least 2 to 3, or in other words, 60-40. As long as they fit within those guidelines, they'll pass on centering, and then of course they've got to have clean edges, clean corners, and then clean surface. So I've got 2 more cards that we're going to be sending in. The first one is this lovely birthday Pikachu from Celebrations. Now, unfortunately, we didn't pull this one on camera. Harvey did pull this one out of a Celebrations pack. But we didn't, unfortunately. That was before we were filming these videos. So again, really nice centering, nice clean card, no whitening that we can see on any of the corners or edges. So again, pretty happy that this will potentially come back as a 10. And the very last card is our Deoxys VMAX, which is a Galarian Gallery card from Crown Zenith. Now, in our last PSA return that we filmed, we had 2 cards from the Galarian Gallery. That was the gold Giratina and the gold Palkia. So again, we've opened a lot of Crown Zenith. That's one of my favorite sets from the sort of last couple of years, along with a lot of people. A lot of people love Crown Zenith and the amazing pull rates. So when we send all of these cards to PSA, we don't actually send them directly to PSA. We go through a middleman service. And so I will always make sure that I pack the cards into card savers, which are just these, they call them like a semi-rigid card holder. So they're not as hard as, say, like a top loader, a standard plastic top loader, which is what I would use to store my cards, for long-term storage. But then for sending in to get grading, we always load them up into a semi-rigid like this. And usually what I'll do is I'll put a Post-it note on the sleeve of the card. There we go. Just like that. So now the card is inside the semi-rigid. It can be slid out by pulling on the tab. And we'll post these still with a little bit more protection around them. I'll probably, once all the cards are loaded up in these, I'll probably put the entire thing into a clip seal bag so that they are safe from getting wet. And then I'll probably wrap them around with some bubble wrap and then place them into a padded mailer or even into a small box with some more padding and bubble wrap and packing peanuts around them just so that they can't get damaged in transit, because the last thing we want is for the card to get damaged on its way to get graded. All right, there we go. So they're all loaded up in their semi-rigid card holders and they've got the little pull tabs on the top. So we are now going to fast forward time. This is going to be pretty exciting. And when we come back, all of these cards are going to be graded. Cue the screen going all warped and Did it work? Do we fast forward time?
Hopefully.
That's a cool trick. Oh, our cards are graded.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
If only it was that easy.
Oh.
Maybe our hair looks a little bit different now. Clothes look a little bit different. So our cards came back. Here's our PSA reveal.
Let's do water
bottle. So you start with water bottle. Okay, so we put a little bit of tape over the grade. Okay, so do you want to peel it off, darling?
So
we're hoping for 10s, obviously. We're hoping for 10s. Hey, we got a 10.
Our water bottle got a 10.
Awesome. All right.
I thought that.
Yeah. Well, like we showed you in the pre-grading portion of this video, the corners and the edges and everything were pretty nice.
And then this is the master ball.
All right, I hope we get this master ball. Let's get a... Yay! Awesome!
It got a 10.
That's great. Hey.
That's pretty good.
Very happy with that. Well, both the Japanese cards got 10s. I think we should save this one for last. Can we do the Pikachu next?
We'll do Pikachu.
Okay.
This is their birthday Pikachu. Okay. I really want to write my name on it, but I'm not going to.
We got another 10. This is a good PSA submission so far. We're not going to speak too soon, but... Okay, Deoxys from Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery.
He also got a 10.
Yeah, all right.
Counting on this trip.
Here we go. Can we get the clean sweep? Now, this is the one card that I just wasn't sure about. Remember, I said, hang on. Remember, I said I was like, oh, I think it might get a 9, but maybe it'll get a 10. So this is definitely the most valuable if it does get a 10. Let's see.
It did!
Wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe that they all got 10s. Wow.
That's the best PSA thing I have ever got.
Okay, well.
They're each.
Okay. Wow. All of them got 10s.
That is a thumbs up.
That is a thumbs up. I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, we've done submissions before where we've gotten mostly 10s and a couple of 9s. I've had really bad submissions where I've got almost no 10s, which is always sad. But 5 out of 5, we picked some pretty good cards. All right, well, that was an excellent PSA return. Yep. We are both very happy with that.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys on the next video.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.